So what it do to everybody? So getting up on chill, talking to everybody. I gotta do this podcast thing. Also, I gotta do the podcast thing on my app. But I want to say we 16 years into the future because we already kind of went into the other year. But I want to say I know my love life and stuff is messing with the other David in the year 2023. There's different versions of me in different years. I know it's not fair how the family treating you, man, but I promise you everything gonna work out. One thing you should know, that God is always fair. God know how people mindsets is and how people hearts is, and he know a lot of shit ain't being fair in your favor. I guarantee you things are gonna work out. Don't worry about it. It's gonna work out. But we 16 years into the future. So Hilary Duff, always kind of had a crush on Hilary Duff. Actually, when Lizzie McGuire came out, I kind of had a crush on Miranda, on the friend Miranda for some reason. I thought she was hot. But but hold on now. Hilary Duff was definitely bad as hell. So yeah, so I wanted to do a reboot series of, Lizzie McGuire with the whole cast and stuff, and they was all down for it, which was pretty cool. I just had to go to the meeting and have a meeting with the whole cast. So I remember I'm like, Piper stuck. I was like, Piper, I didn't do it, girl, from Disney Channel. It's like, David, where you going at? Why you dressed up? I'm like, oh, I'm about to go meet up with Hilary Duff and the rest of the cast from Lizzie McGuire. She's like, what are you bringing back everybody's childhood days and everything? What are you doing? I'm like, yeah. See, I'm the only one that can do it. See, I'm the only one that can set this shit right. And nobody else can do it like I do it. She's like, I ain't gonna lie, you do give it justice. I mean, that's one thing about you. You do give it justice. But I was just thinking, before you leave, if we could, have sex. So I'm like, yeah, I think we can do that. So we had sex, which was very good. And Piper wanted to go. She wanted to go with me. She was just like giving me that look like, yeah, I want to go too. So I'm like, Piper, I know you want to go. She's like, I do want to go. I mean, I am your girlfriend after all. I'm like, yeah, but I got to take care of this business. Kind of want you to. She's like, you just want me to wait in the bed and wait for you to fuck me. I'm like, that's not what I want. It's like, oh, okay, I'll let you go and handle your business. I'm like, I'll be back. I promise you. She's like, all right, I ain't going to hover over you. Just make sure you come back. I'm like, I am going to come back. She's like, all right, I'll wait for you. So I get a call from, Hilary Duff. I'm like, Hilary Duff, Lizzie McGuire. She's like, hey, David, I just wanted to call you to let you know that I'm on my way. Is the rest of the cast there? I'm like, actually, I'm on my way to the set right now. She's like, you ain't there yet? You the one holding this meeting. I'm like, y'all haven't signed the contracts yet. She's like, okay, you're right. We haven't signed the contracts yet. You right. So she's like, well, don't get on my case. I'm like, when you gonna let me take you out on a date? She's like, see, there you go. I'm like, there I go what? It's like, there you go, David Carr. You keep on crossing these boundaries. I'm like, what are you talking about? So she's like, why do you keep saying that? I'm like, what? Why do I keep asking you out on a date? I'm hoping that you might, break and say, yeah, let's go out on a date. So she like, David, let's see how this meeting go, and then we can talk about a date. Okay, let's see how the whole thing go with the cast, okay? And then I'll let you take me out. I'm like, okay. So we get there. Well, I get to the set. And I ain't gonna lie, as soon as I get there, Hilary Duff is pulling up. So I'm like, Hilary Duff, Lizzie McGuire. I was like, God damn, girl's like, what? I'm like, you got kids, don't you? She's like, you got kids too? I'm like, I sure do, but goddamn, girl's like, David, stop doing that. I'm like, doing what? It's like making me feel like I'm pretty. I'm like, you is pretty. What the hell? You don't think you pretty? He's like, whatever, David. See, you always playing games. I'm like, I ain't playing no games. I keep telling you I'm trying to take you out, girl. You the one keep denying the request. It's like, I am not denying no request. So I remember we having a meeting, the whole cast is there. I'm like, now look, I'm going to get straight to the point. So, okay, I want to do this reboot of Lizzie McGuire. Now, Lizzie McGuire is everybody's childhood. I wouldn't say everybody because, you know, you got new generations that didn't grow up on Lizzie McGuire. But we want to change that. We want to change that and make this a new era. Now, of course, you know I would be the star of the whole show, but it would still be called Lizzie McGuire. So I want y'all to read over the contracts and read over the script. Now, I'm not going to give y'all a long-ass damn lecture. I'm just going to let y'all know that this is going to be a game changer. So y'all either get with the times, sign this damn contract, and we going to get busy and make a fucking damn hit, or y'all just walk away and get in these other damn TV shows that ain't paying y'all shit. So they like, no, we gonna sign these contracts. We was just talking about how every movie you come out with and every TV show you come out with, it don't miss. Yeah, we definitely gonna sign the contracts. The money looking good. So Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff, she signs the contract. All of them signed the contract. Even the girl that played Miranda, she signed the contract. So after it was done, after the meeting was all said and done, I was pretty much happy about how the meeting turned out. The girl that played Miranda, I'm like, Miranda, Lizzie McGuire, best friend. So she's like, hey, David, would you like to get a burger? So I remember Hilary was like, yeah, David, would you like to get a burger with Miranda? I'm like, see, the thing is that I promised Hilary Duff that we would hang out. It's like, you promised me. Is that what it is? You promised that. You know what? He did. He promised that we would go out. Yeah, that's what David did. He promised me. So Miranda was like, well, here's my phone number. Maybe next time. I'm like, yeah, definitely next time. She's like, okay, cool. So we get in the car and she's like, David, I got to follow you in my car. I'm like, well, I said, can you just follow me to my hotel? I'm like, no. You gonna look, you staying at the resort, right? She's like, I can stay there? I'm like, all of y'all staying at the resort for free. So she's like, oh, well, why the hell I get a hotel room? I'm like, look, I don't know why the hell you did that. So she's like, okay, all right, well, I got to drive my car to the resort and then we can just leave in your car. I'm like, yeah. So we did that and then she get in my car. And so I'm like, it's like, David, stop looking at me all creepy and shit. I'm like, what? I'm trying to fill you out, girl. She's like, David, why you tell that damn lie? I'm like, tell what? She's like, why did you tell Miranda that you promised me you was gonna take me out? I'm like, that wasn't a lie. I did promise you. She's like, David, that was a damn. You know that was a damn lie. First of all, you didn't promise me a damn thing. Second of all, I told you that I had to think about it. I'm like, I don't know why you fighting this shit. It's like, fighting what? What you want to do with me, David? What is your plan with me? Fuck me like you do all these other celebrity girls? So you can just say, oh, I fucked Hilary Duff. I'm like, look, you don't know me like you think you do. She's like, I'm like, why you just staring at me like that? It's like, I'm just trying to figure out what you want with me. I'm like, we doing the show together. We going to be working together. We should be getting along. It's like, so why didn't you ask Miranda to tag along? I'm like, for what? So she can see what's going to happen after the night? She's like, what's going to happen? I'm like, well, since you must know, I was thinking that we was going, hang out at your hotel room, look at some movies, maybe eat some buffalo chicken, maybe some pizza. So she like, David, you plant this shit. You know what the hell you doing. All right, David, where we going at? So we go out on a date, right? After we at this restaurant, and I gotta say, after a while, Hilary Duff did kind of like, she kind of loosened up and everything, but she was like, David, I gotta tell you something. I like you, I do, but like I am married and stuff, so how would this work? I mean, don't you got wives and girlfriends and shit? I'm like, yeah, it's like, so we both got babies, we both got kids and stuff, but you got a lot more kids than I do, which is fucking weird, but you do. But how would this really work? Because David, I gotta be honest with you, I never lied to my husband before. Like I never told my husband a lie. Like, you know, I'm always honest with him about everything. It don't matter what it is. I'm always, honest with him. I'm like, why do you keep saying that shit? It's like, well, David, if your whole motive is to fuck me, if that's what you're trying to get out of tonight, you're probably gonna get it. But what I'm saying is like, what happens after we have sex? I'm just wondering. So I'm like, after we have sex, Hilary Duff, I was thinking that maybe you could be my girlfriend. She's like, on set, so everyone can see us dating. I'm not ashamed of you, but I'm just saying, like, they know I'm married. So they're probably gonna be like, whoa, what's going on with your husband? Like, trouble in paradise? Like, people are nosy. I'm like, I don't care about how nosy motherfuckers is. That don't got nothing to do with me. All I'm saying is, I get that you married, but let's just answer the tough question. The $1,000,000 question. It's like, what is the $1,000,000 question? I'm like, are you happy in your marriage? I mean, that's the question that you should be asking yourself. I mean, you sit here telling me how you married and how you don't do this and don't do that and how you don't cheat. It's like, I never said I didn't cheat. I'm like, you did say you didn't cheat. It's like, I never said that. I said I don't lie. I never lied to my husband. I never said so. I'm like, so you cheated and you told him about it. It's like, I ain't never cheat on him, but I'm just saying, I never said that I never cheated though. I'm like, so have you cheated on him? She's like, David, I didn't cheat on him, okay? I never cheated on him. And I never lied to him. And I'm not going to start now. I'm like, so this is what you do. You become my girlfriend. She's like, and what, dump my husband? I'm like, I'm asking you the $1,000,000 question. Are you or are you not happy with your husband? I'm just asking the question. See, the reason why you're not answering the damn question because you already got the answer that I'm looking for. She's like, which is? I'm like, which is you're not happy. Like every girl is married or have a boyfriend. But are you happy in that relationship? Some people try to force themselves to be happy. Go out on dates, go on little vacations. They try to force themselves to be in love when the love ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, David, who said that I was forcing my damn self to be in love? I never said that I was forcing anything with me and my husband. And no, things are not going too well with me and my husband. Is that what you want to hear, David? I'm like, that's what I want to hear. So look, why don't you stop playing all these damn games and let's just be together? Because I know you want me. It's like, what is this? What is this, Twilight, David? I'm like, what's like, what am I, Bella? What are you, Jacob? And my husband is Edward? I'm like, no, I'm Edward. Your husband is Jacob. So she was like, you a fucking idiot, David. I'm like, look, because in the end, Edward ended up with Bella. He ended up having a family with Bella. She's like, okay, that is true. I'm like, so look, I ain't Jacob, I'm Atwood. If we all gonna be Twilight. Cause you gonna be my girl in the end anyway. So she like, all right, David. So I remember we did have a fun time on our date. We did kiss and stuff. And then we went back to the hotel room at the resort. So she was like, David, this is a big ass hotel room. All this is mine. I was like, are you sure? Like, David, a whole family can fit in this fucking room. I'm like, yeah, but it's only you. She's like, David, this is like really big. I can fucking hear myself echoing. I'm like, okay. She's like, David, I feel like I'm in a fucking cave when I talk. I'm like, I understand. That's the whole purpose. So she's like, all right, now look, David, before we do anything, I gotta call my husband up. Cause I can't just, I wanna just, but okay, let me just call him up. I'm like, take your clothes off as you're doing it. She's like, you want me to take my clothes off? I'm like, yeah, can you do that? She's like, oh, I guess I can. So she taking her clothes off. I'm like, yeah, take that bra off too. I want them titties out. She's like, you want my panties off? I'm like, no, I want you to leave them panties on. Cause I'm gonna turn the lining out that ass. So she like, you're nasty. Such a nasty, nasty boy. So I'm like, yeah, well, I'm gonna make you scream my name when I'm beating it up. So she's like, so she calls her husband up. He's like, Hilary, hey girl, how'd the meeting go? So she's like, um, well, there's a lot of things that changed in the plans, which is I have to live out here while we're filming this TV series. He was like, okay, I get the kids ready. Come on out there. She's like, no, no. I want you to keep them for a little while. So he's like, why can't we just come down there? So she's like, because I feel like I need some space. Yeah, I think that we need some time apart for a while, just so I can just figure a lot of things out. I just so he like, wait. What do you mean you need to figure things out? Figure what out? She's like, I just need to figure some stuff out. Look, I know that this doesn't sound like it makes sense. He's like, you're right. It doesn't make sense. So why are you saying this shit? So she's like, because I really just need time to just think about some stuff. So he's like, so let me get this straight. Did you feel this way before you left? She's like, actually, I did feel this way, but I just never had the heart to even tell you because of the kids, but they're not really kids anymore. So yeah, I just really don't think that I can do this right now. I really just need time apart from you. So he's like, oh, really? And who's making you say this shit? So she's like, what? Excuse me? What do you mean? So he's like, you obviously couldn't come up with this idea on your own. So who the fuck made you say this shit? So she's like, so you calling me a dumbass? Is that what it is? So what? I'm just some dumb bitch that can't make decisions for myself? So he like, all I'm saying is that I know you ain't come up with this idea on your own, so somebody had to be in your ear. Who the hell telling you to say this shit? So she's like, you know what? I gotta go. So she hang up the phone or whatever. She's like, David, I was gonna break up with him anyway, but you better not break my heart. I'm like, can you still get pregnant? She's like, well, I'm not that old. Yeah, I think I could still get pregnant. Why? Why are you asking me, can I still get pregnant? Wait, are you trying to get me pregnant? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, well, thank you for being honest. So we did have sex. I ain't gonna lie. Hilary Duff, boy, it was everything I thought it would be. And and then some. I always wanted to make love to Hilary Duff. You know, every time I looked at Lizzie McGuire, yes, I definitely had a crush on Miranda. Cause I'm gonna say that shit again. Miranda was bad as hell. I don't care what nobody say. Miranda was bad as hell. So after we was done having sex, Hilary Duff was like, David, you know Miranda got a crush on you. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, she liked me? She's like, that is the only way that you could have a crush on somebody is if you like them. So I'm like, oh, so you're saying that I can't date her and date you too? She's like,